Yes, alright Singapore, we are back here at the home of Samsung. And guys, you can see up there in the title, Celebrate Deepavali with Samsung. Yes guys, all of the flowers that you are seeing here, these are part of our celebration. So let's celebrate it together and enjoy the amazing discounts and promotions that we have for tonight. And with that, guys, again, we're going to be live for the next 60 minutes. So if you have any questions or concerns, just type them in our live chat or our Facebook comment section, and we will do our best to answer you guys. And for tonight, we have the following products that are going to be enlightening us in this celebration. And we will give light to the power that they hold. And they are the following: the Galaxy Buds 3 FE, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, the Galaxy Tab S11, and the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite. Again, guys, you can only check them out at these very special prices here at the home of Samsung tonight. Alright, so if you miss our promotions from the past few days, well, you can check them out right now. So we have a commenter in our live chat, Fold 7. Yes, you can check out the Fold 7. Just tap the shopping bag icon in our cart and use our code up there. All right. So with that said, guys, for everyone who is watching us in our Facebook Live, head over to the Samsung.com website and Samsung Shop app. All right. Make sure that you prepared your phones or your browsers to go to our official channels, because you can only use the code in our official website and shop app. And for the code LS-SaveBig, we can use this and get an up to 220 Singapore dollars off for our hero products: the Galaxy Buds 3 FE, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, the Galaxy Tab S11, and the Tab S10 Lite. And for the rest of the products, in our shopping bag icon as well. So later, we're going to do a demonstration on how to check them out. Okay, so with that, check them out with our code. All right, so we are seeing the shopping bag icon over here, and I just want to confirm, Mr. Shane, we can use our code LS-SaveBig for all of the products in the cart, right? So use the voucher for the Fold 7 as well, LS-SaveBig. All right, try it out right now. And for tonight, of course, we still have our Eco Bundle deals available for our hero products. So if you are planning to get a Galaxy Watch 8 series or a Tab S10 as an add-on, well, you can have an additional 20 to 30% off for those products. All right, and for these add-ons, they are stackable with our code of the week, LS-SaveBig. All right, so a correction from the home of Samsung for the Fold 7. We cannot use the code LS-SaveBig. All right, so we kind of changed it up a bit. So if you miss the promotions for them, well, we still have the Fold 7 at its cheapest price right now here at the home of Samsung. And by the way, the Z Fold 7 is also applicable with the Eco Bundle deals. Okay, so that's for the Z Fold 7, Flip 7, Flip 7 FE for the Z series, the Galaxy S25 series, including the S25 Edge. And good news is that we also added the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite and Tab S11 series as part of our hero product for the Eco Bundle deals. And if you are planning to check out a TV, you can get the Eco Bundle deals with the Neo QLED QN series, the OLED S series, the Frame and Frame Pro 4K, the QLED Q8F series, and the Crystal UHD U series. And as for the refrigerators, these are applicable for the FDR series, all-around cooling series, AI energy mode, and twin cooling plus. And of course, you can definitely trade in with us, guys, and save up to 1,735 Singapore dollars for your next Galaxy upgrade. For the smartphones, you can get an up to 1,230 Singapore dollars off For the tablets, 1,735 Singapore dollars off with the trade-in. And for the watches, up to 430 Singapore dollars off. And it's not only applicable for old Samsung Galaxy devices. If you want to move to the Galaxy ecosystem, you can definitely do so. So we have the full list of the products that are accepted here at the Samsung Live Shop. Just tap on yes and select the corresponding product that you have, and then it will have the corresponding discount for your device. And for more information with regards to trade-in, just head over to the Samsung.com website and Samsung Shop app and type trade-in. Alright, and for every checkout that you make sure that you are also checking out with a Samsung Care Plus plan. Because with the Samsung Care Plus, you are assured that if anything accidental happens with your device, well, we got your backs covered. You get to have 50% savings on out-of-warranty repairs, pickup and delivery service, extended warranties, 24/7 support, and priority service, and a free screen protective film replacement and a one-time screen repair. So we're gonna do the recap for our prices for tonight. And just a heads up for the people who might be wanting to check out a Z Flip 7, Z Fold 7, the code cannot be used with them, but they have discounts tonight and they are at the lowest price here at the home of Samsung. But for our hero products, they are available in these special prices, starting with the Galaxy Buds 3 FE at 138 Singapore dollars with the code LS-SAVEBIG. And for the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra 256GB of storage, it's at 1848 Singapore dollars, down from 1,898 Singapore dollars with the code LS-SAVEBIG. And for the Galaxy Tab S11 256GB of storage, it's down to 1348 Singapore dollars. All right, so use the code LS-SAVEBIG for that as well. And last but not the least, for our Galaxy Tab S10 Lite, 588 to 558 Singapore dollars with the code LS-SAVEBIG. And don't forget, guys, that you can use your Samsung Registration Plus e-vouchers on top of our codes. Plus, if you are a first-time Shop app user, well, you get to have an additional 10% off for these products. And later, we're going to show you how affordable they are if you are stacking everything out. So don't forget to create your Samsung account here at the home of Samsung, and you will definitely get the benefits as a member. 0% interest installment plans. You get to have free delivery, every single thing, guys, plus the rewards are going to be available for you. So make those accounts right now and make those purchases here at the home of Samsung. All right, and with that, we're going to proceed with our first hero product. The most powerful tablet yet here, which is our Galaxy Tab S11 series. And for the prices, let's do a recap again. For the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra 256GB of storage, it's down to 1848 Singapore dollars with the code LS-SAVEBIG, giving us a 50 Singapore dollars off discount. So the original price is at 1898 down to 1848. Plus 50 Singapore dollars off if you have the e-voucher, plus 10% off if you have your Samsung first-time Shop app user privilege. See, later we're going to check the price. And as for the Galaxy Tab S11 256GB of storage, from 1398 Singapore dollars, it's down to 1348 Singapore dollars with the code LS-SAVEBIG. Same, guys, 50 Singapore dollars off discount, plus 50 Singapore dollars additional off with the Registration Plus. And last but not the least, if you are a first-time Shop app user, it's down to an even more affordable price, and we're gonna show it in a bit. But for now, let's watch this video about the Galaxy Tab S11 series.
Is Zoe, junior project manager by day and a budding tech influencer by night. But she's not in it alone. Introducing Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, the thinnest and most powerful Galaxy Tab ever. Zoe's subscriber count, a little less impressive. Perhaps she found a shortcut.
Hey, Gemini? Looking at my channel stats, what direction should I go in with my next video?
It looks like your videos about tech that doesn't need to be complicated are performing well.
So appeal to a non-tech savvy audience?
Exactly. Your audience seems to really connect with straightforward tech tips.
Equipped with this new insight, Zoe got to work on her script. Atrial fibrillation, sleep. Looks like somebody wanted to help out a little. No worries, Olive. Zoe already has a little assistance. See?
What is up? Welcome to my...
Just go with it. Yes. Post it. And before you knew it, Zoe gained a few more followers. Hey, we all gotta start somewhere. Now, after leveling up on her writing, she focused on her drawing. And she was not afraid to experiment with her creativity. With the newfound power at her fingertips, her artistic range quickly expanded and improved in detail and expression. Because her thumbnails went from amateur to amazing. Mwah. Even in work mode, she effortlessly switched from one task to another and another.
This is your favorite part of the night, right? I know you love it.
Another.
For today's
Her productivity truly went through the roof.
they are, in fact.
Is something bothering her?
How can I improve this background for my tech reviews?
Let's start with the bookshelf. Try removing some of the smaller items to declutter it.
What about lighting?
You want to make sure you're well lit.
Now she had the perfect setup. On camera, at least.
The studio has officially upgraded. Let's get into our new tech review.
It was the setup for success.
You flipped.
It was like all of her talent had finally been brought to life. Zoe continued to check off things to do. And with each one, her following grew. She stepped up her game, even editing footage like a pro. With powerful performance and speed fueling her every task. And after successfully completing many to-dos, she turned them into ta-das in no time. Zoe finally realized that all she had needed to unlock her potential was her Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra.
Right, see all of those amazing features coming from the Galaxy Tab S11 series. Mr. Shane, did you see those amazing feature? Which one is your favorite? If you were to choose just one, top one feature of the Tab S11 series. I think the AI. The AI. Yeah, right. I know. AI is definitely good for the Tab S11. But later, guys, I'm gonna show you Dex mode, and you're gonna see why I love it. So Mr. Shane said that his favorite feature is the AI, and later, guys, we're gonna see how it integrates with the Dex mode. All right, so for the price of our Galaxy Tab S11 series, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, 256 gigabytes of storage is at 1848 Singapore dollars with the code LS-SAVEBIG. And as for the Galaxy Tab S11, 256 gigabytes of storage is at 1348 Singapore dollars, again with the same code. And for the people who might be wanting to check out a Z Fold 7, we invite you to watch our live next week. But currently, just like we checked, it's not available in the cart. So for now, before we highlight the Galaxy Tab S11's series, well, let's check out what's in the cart. And for us to easily see the list, just head over to the live stream and then check out the shopping bag icon in this part. All right, so you will see that the Galaxy A26 5G, Galaxy A36 5G, A56 S25, S25 Plus, the S25 Ultra, the Buds 3 FE, and the Galaxy S25 FE, Tab S11 Ultra, Tab S11, and Tab S10 Lite are available to be checked out during this live with the code LS-SaveBig. And if you want appliances, of course, they are listed down as well. So don't forget, guys, that with every checkout that you make, our hero products, especially the ones here, are available to be checked out with the Eco Bundle deals. Alright, so just like what we promised, we're going to do a demonstration of how it looks like when all of the codes plus all of the discounts are stacking up together. Alright, so with that, let's try to check out the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. Alright, so we have the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra 5G right now as one of our best options. So we're going to choose the gray one, connectivity at 5G. And of course, just like what we said, you can definitely choose to trade in. You will see here that when you tap trade in, you get to have all of these options for the devices that are not here from Samsung. They have the corresponding prices on their right side. But for now, for the purpose of demonstration, let's tap on no. All right. And next up, guys, for checking out products, of course, make sure that you are checking out with a Samsung Care Plus plan. So you can choose if you want the 1 year or the 2 year with a 30% off for this option. But for the purpose of demonstration, let's tap on no for now. And as for our offers, again, enjoy 30% off on the Samsung Care Plus 2-year plan, Samsung Rewards, and the first purchase offer in the Samsung Shop app. So let's tap on buy now. And as you can see over here, guys, since we have the Eco Bundle deals, you can get 30% off on these following add-ons. All right. Next up, we're going to continue and do the magic in the checkout page. So just like what we told you, the prices are definitely lower since we have stacking promotions for the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra and Tab S11. With that, we're going to use the LS-SaveBig code. Again, LS-SaveBig, all capital letters, no spaces, and correct sequence. Then let's tap on apply. And as you can see, guys, it's down to 1658 Singapore dollars with the code LS-buy now plus the 10% privilege for first-time shop app users. But if you have your Samsung registration plus e-vouchers, you can bring this down to 1608 Singapore dollars and 20 cents. All right, because the registration plus vouchers gives you an additional 50% off when you check the Tab S11 or Tab S11 Ultra out in the Samsung Shop app or the Samsung.com website. All right, so with that said, guys, what are the features of the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra? Mr. Shane said he loves the Galaxy AI, but then I said I love the Galaxy Dex. As a person who loves to multitask, I love how the 14.6 inch is going to be able to help me with all of those stuff. But I believe so portability is what's more important for me. So with that, I have the Galaxy Tab S11 as my best option. So for the people who want the biggest and boldest tablet holding the most powerful features from a Samsung tablet, choose the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. But if you want the most powerful features at a more portable form, then get the Tab S11 on the other hand. The Tab S11 has an 11-inch dynamic AMOLED 2x 120Hz of refresh rate for its screen. And as for the Tab S11 Ultra, it has the 14.6-inch AMOLED 2x 120Hz of refresh rate as well. So two entirely different screens. Two very, very unmatched screens, guys. You get to have these kinds of bezels for the Tab S11 and thinner bezels for the Tab S11 Ultra. And if you were to compare the thinness and the thickness of the two devices, the Ultra is actually visibly thinner. See, guys? It may be thinner, but it's also heavier due to its screen size. But it's not too heavy from the Tab S11. And as you can see here, guys, both can be used with our S Pen, this new hexagonal S Pen. With the hexagonal S Pen, you get a better grip doing your artworks, doing your presentations, doing your comments with the tablet. Look at this very familiar shape, right? Feels like our childhood. All right. And with that said, guys, the question is, which one is going to be perfect for you? First of all, if you want more screen space, more screen real estate for doing all of your things at work and your creativity needs, then go ahead for the Tab S11 Ultra. But if screen size isn't that much of an issue and you just want a very powerful tablet, then the Tab S11 is going to be the best option. Both tablets are holding the same power, but of course with a few differences, especially with the battery. You get to have an 8,400 milliamp hour battery with 45 watt fast charging with the Tab S11, which is going to be great for everyday use, and it charges back very quickly. And as for the Tab S11 Ultra, on the other hand, you get to have an 11,600 milliamp hours of battery with 45 watt fast charging as well. Longer endurance, which is built for heavy users and all-day productivity. The Ultra definitely gives a longer runtime, especially it has that kind of screen. But for light, medium users, or let's say intermediate users, S11 is definitely good enough. Both tablets are powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus chips. So both are going to give you the same fast performance. But this Tab S11 Ultra has 1 terabyte storage option, which gives you extra muscle for video editing, for designing, and especially for power users. The Tab S11 is another good option if you're not into heavy video editing, but you also do video editing. But this will definitely give a very strong performance for students and young professionals alike. So for most tasks, again, it's not gonna be a debate of how speedy you need things to be. It's going to be depending on the enough power that you will be needing coming from the tablets. All right. And with that, guys, of course, the Tab S11 Ultra is 692 grams for its weight and 469 for the Tab S11. Just a very, very little difference. So you won't even feel the lightness or the heaviness of either devices. But definitely, guys, you will feel the vastness and massiveness of the Tab S11 Ultra compared to the Tab S11. Usually that's how it feels like, right? The bigger the product, the heavier they may seem. But not that much for the two tablets. And as for the Tab S11 series cameras, you get to have this dual camera setup for the Tab S11 Ultra there. All right, dual camera setup. And as for the Tab S11, on the other hand, you get to have this mono camera setup there. We get to have 13 megapixel main and 8 megapixel ultra wide and 12 megapixel front. So with the cameras, guys, of course, the Galaxy Tab S11 is more versatile compared to the Tab S11. Tab S11 Ultra is more versatile compared to the Tab S11. But of course, again, guys, with our Vision AI Pro, well, it's gonna be very, very good as well. The photos are gonna be great. If you are in the hall taking photos of presentations, well, we kid you not that both of the tablets will give you the best quality output for your photos. And as for the price and value, of course, we've seen the prices. If you need lower cost, which keeps premium features in a compact form, best value flagship choice, well, the Tab S11 is going to be for you. But if you are okay with higher prices, delivering maximum screen, storage, and camera features, then the Tab S11 Ultra is going to be a perfect option. And just like what I told you guys, Mr. Shane here is very, very into the Galaxy AI, right? And of course, as someone who multitask a lot, can I just say that Mr. Shane, yes, I do use Galaxy AI as well. But when I saw the Samsung DeX, I thought of the Tab S11 series as my alternative laptop. As someone who does a lot of Google Sheets, Google Docs, documents, captioning, the Tab S11 series is definitely enough. Imagine guys, if I were to use Samsung DeX in this, just as the same way as our ad is showing, with our Samsung DeX, of course, you have two options for you to use it. You can use an extended display, or you can just view the DeX from the device itself. So let's switch to a desktop workspace right now with the Samsung DeX, right? So let me open it, and as you can see here guys, it changed the layout already. With the Samsung DeX giving us an instant laptop experience, I can open Windows and customize their size. As someone who loves to organize his workspace, I believe that this tablet is going to be very, very helpful for all of the tasks that we need to do, especially for content planners, for strategic planners, for engineers, for creatives. This is going to be our perfect buddy, because actually when you open everything up and then after use Gemini AI, like for example, if I open Gemini AI over here and then ask it about what's on the screen, well, guys, you can see that Gemini AI is going to be able to answer all of my questions. See guys, he's very keen to help us, right? Let's open Gemini AI again, right? So you will know how it works when we are multitasking. There. All right, Gemini AI. You can have Gemini AI live, by the way, guys. So just in case you're wondering, how can we use Gemini AI with a tablet experience or a DeX experience, step it up further with you sharing the screen and then ask it questions. A while ago, I tried using Gemini AI with this, and can I just say, I'm very, very amazed with how it was able to answer my question. All right, let me write it over here and let us listen to what it will say, okay? So let's do this right now. So for the people who might be interested with checking out the Galaxy Tab S11 or Tab S11 Ultra, we have the prices written up here already. So make sure you are checking out. Mr. Shane, did you know that you can use Gemini AI while you are writing, while you are doing your research, and just have it digest the things in the screen for you? Yes, look at this, look at this. Let's listen to Gemini AI, right? So let me open Gemini AI right now. There you guys go. So Gemini AI, oh yeah. Let me just quickly there, all right. So modify the screen, right? Very, very desktop-like from the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. So let's have live. Hi, Gemini. What can you see on the notes? What is that formula?
That's the Pythagorean theorem. It states that in a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, the side opposite the right angle, is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. What can I help you with regarding this formula?
Right. So with you doing your research, with you taking down notes, Gemini AI is going to be able to help you step everything up. That's why when me and my friends, we would go out together and I'm still working, I can just use Gemini AI to study what's on my screen, give me a brief of what's on the screen, and relay the information for me. That's why we're telling you guys, the Tab S11 Ultra, Tab S11, 10, S10 Lite, paired with the Galaxy Buds 3 FE, having that hands-free access with Gemini AI, well, it's gonna give you that in-ear assistant. See, super duper amazing, right? For Mr. Shane over here, Mr. Shane has to digest a lot of data on his Google Sheets, right? Right, Mr. Shane? And sometimes it's kind of hard to understand. It's kind of hard to organize our thoughts when we see a lot of things in front of us, especially for Google Sheets. Well, with Gemini AI, that's not going to be a problem. That's my best case use of Gemini AI. So whenever I need to do my content, whenever I need to do copywriting, whenever I need to plan my day, I ask Gemini AI to look at specific screens and then give me recommendations how to quickly solve them up. And did you know that Gemini AI can have access on your calendar? Yes. I always do that in the morning. So I know we have now brief right? We have now brief in all of our Galaxy devices, and whether they may be a Fold 7, S25 FE, Tab S10, Tab S10 Lite, S11, name it, we have Now Brief. Now Brief is very helpful for you not to doom scroll. So you can see all of your events in a day. But sometimes adjustments must happen. And usually what we do with Gemini AI is I will ask Gemini AI to read what's gonna happen in my day and then give me a recommendation on how I can power through it all. Because in a day I have to work out, we have to work out, do this live, do this work, go here, go there. Usually when I wake up, I would ask Gemini AI, Gemini, what's in my lineup for today? And then it will give me the list of things I have to do. And then after that, I will ask, can you please give me a clear direction on how I can manage all of these things starting at 8 a.m. And then it will recommend, meditate at this time, do this at this time, and then travel at this time. The traffic is this at this time. Gemini AI is definitely the assistant that I have. And I think, Mr. Shane, you are a witness to that. As someone who has to definitely adjust his schedule from time to time, I know how to manage my day with this personal assistant. That's why I'm telling you, I love the Galaxy Buds 3 FE because I have in-ear access. Because imagine talking with Gemini AI live in speaker mode, all of the people around you will be able to know what you're gonna do, right? So Buds 3 FE paired with these devices, best AI assistant ever. And that's how you can pair Gemini AI with Samsung DeX, especially on a tablet or a DeX mode. See guys? So if you want to check out the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra or Tab S11 right now, check it out using our Samsung Shop app. And before we head on to the prices, can I just quickly give you a tip which product to check out? If you value portability, lighter weight, and a more budget-friendly premium experience, go for the S11. But if you want maximum performance, screen space, storage, and camera flexibility for creativity or productivity tasks, go for the S11 Ultra. And for using it in real life, well, how does it feel? As someone who is a big fan and who has been trying to bring out the Tab S11 everywhere, what I would like to give you is that you get to have a portable and balanced, ideal for everyday productivity with AI and multitasking without feeling bulky with the Tab S11. I know. Best experience ever. But for the people who needs a powerhouse, especially for creators and pros, giving you a tablet laptop hybrid, but in a more expensive form, of course, guys, it comes at that price, but you get to have larger and, of course, more powerful performance, then choose the Tab S11 Ultra. Overall, two tablets give us smooth performance, stunning display, strong media, and advanced AI features. And that's gonna be, the sizes is gonna be dependent on how you want to use them. Use your workflow as your determinant for choosing the devices. So now, Mr. Shane, given that you do a lot of stuff, which one will you use, the Tab S11 or the Tab S11 Ultra?
I like the S11.
S11. So portability is your priority, no? Okay. Yes, I love this one so much as well. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Yeah, usually you have a laptop, so you just need like a secondary thing, right? And sometimes when you are traveling, you don't want to access your laptop, so just grab the Tab S11 and then you're good to go. Especially for people who ride the metro, right? Or especially people who ride bikes, go on the double-decker buses. That's gonna be how the Tab S11 is very useful for us. So if you see us walking around here with the Tab S11 on our hands, that is us taking advantage of all the powerful features coming from the tablet. All right, and with that said, guys, the prices of our Tab S11 series, starting with the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, 256 gigabytes of storage, from 1898 Singapore dollars, it's down to 1848 Singapore dollars with our code LS- save big. Don't forget, guys, that you can also stack up your registration plus e-vouchers for this, which is going to give you an additional 50 Singapore dollars off. And for our first time Shop app users, you can check it out with that additional privilege, so you can bring the price lower. And as for the Galaxy Tab S11, 256 gigabytes of storage from 1398 Singapore dollars, it's down to 1348 Singapore dollars with our code LS-Save Big. And of course, get an additional discount with your 10% off if you are using your Samsung Shop app, and stack it up with your registration plus e-vouchers. You can have all of these amazing offers for our Galaxy Tab S11 series. Get 20 Singapore dollars off when you spend 600 or $60 off when you spend 1,300 Singapore dollars. And of course, the multi-buy offer eco bundle deals, which is going to give us a 20 to 30% off for select Galaxy products, including the Buds 3, Buds 3 Pro, or Ring. But if you want a Galaxy Watch 8 series or the Galaxy Tab S10 series, we recommend for you to check them out right now, because some of these are stackable with our LS-Save Big code, so you can get an even better discount. Alright, so those are it for our Galaxy Tab S11 series. And now we're gonna go and move on to our next option for a tablet, which is our Galaxy Tab S10 Lite. With the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite, guys, you'll get to have a more affordable option, but very powerful and efficient features coming from a tablet. With the S10 Lite, guys, you get to have Galaxy AI, Gemini AI, everything available at such an affordable price. Of course, guys, it may not be as quick as the Galaxy Tab S11 series. It may not be as powerful as our Tab S11 series, but we assure you that for people who just need to have an elevated experience or just want to step up their productivity game, and also especially for students who want to step up their ACADS, then this is going to be very, very helpful. I know I said I'm a big fan of the Galaxy Tab S11. Of course, I want to get it. But for people who want their money's worth, and of course for the people whose priority is affordability, well, the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite is our best option, because from 588 Singapore dollars, it's down to 558 Singapore dollars with our code LS-Save Big. Alright, so for this, guys, let's try to check it out using our Samsung Shop app and see the final price when we stack up everything together. Love that it's already on Dex mode, huh? Because again, Dex mode, super duper helpful for an almost laptop-like experience coming from a tablet. Again, all of these promotions are only available in our Samsung Shop app or Samsung.com website, so make sure that you downloaded it already in your phone or your tablets. And of course, guys, again, for us to locate the products quickly, if you are watching from our Facebook Live, make sure you have your tabs ready or your phones ready with the Samsung Shop app, or if you are watching from a laptop, open a new tab and head over to the Samsung.com website. Alright, so with that, let's shop as guests for now. And with that, let's check the Samsung Shop app live. There you guys go. And then use the shopping bag icon down here. As you can see, guys, we have the Galaxy A series listed over here. A26, A36, A56, all 5G. The S25, S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra. The Buds 3 FE, S25 FE, and Tab S11 Ultra, and Tab S11, and Tab S10 Lite. So for the people who want to check out the Galaxy Z series phones, they are not listed for tonight, alright? But if you want the products over here, especially for the mobile devices, you can check them out with our code LS-Save Big. Plus, if you want to check out a monitor, refrigerators as well, and bespoke washers, you can just scroll down in the live and you will see the list of the products. But for now, let's try to check out the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite. It's there, guys. It's there. See? So for this, guys, again, from 588 Singapore dollars, it's down to 558 Singapore dollars. And then let's tap on buy now. And for this, of course, you can also have the multi-buy offer, 30% off discount, including the Galaxy Ring. So if you are interested with that, tap that one out. But for the purpose of demonstration, let's tap on buy now. And here is where we will be stacking up everything, guys. Again, LS-Save Big. And if you have your registration plus e-vouchers still unused, use them as well with checking out this product. So let's use LS-Save Big, all right? LS-Save Big. And let's tap on apply. And there you guys have it. Our Galaxy Tab S10 Lite is at 558 Singapore dollars. And for the people who might be shopping with us online for the first time using the Samsung Shop app, it's going to be 10% lower. And of course, for you to get that privilege, make sure that you are using your Samsung account, okay? Don't shop as guest, shop as a member for you to have our exclusive member benefits. Again, free delivery here in Singapore, and of course, 10% discount for your first purchase, plus Samsung rewards, which you can use in the future if you are gonna buy right now. So stack up everything right now, save now, and save for the future. All right, so with that, guys, what are the features of the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite? Why is it what we call a bang for the buck? A lot of users, especially for us here in the Samsung studio, a lot of people wanted to opt out for the Galaxy Tab S11. We know Tab S11, portable, very, very nice, very, very classic with the color gray. But for a lot of people who just need to have an additional tablet for them to have more power for what they are doing, the Tab S10 Lite is definitely more than enough. A lot of people here from Samsung, and even for reviewers online, users would describe it as one of the best value Samsung tablet because it delivers flagship type features without the flagship pricing. And just like what you saw, guys, it was very, very responsive, right? So that's the first case why we should check this out. Second of all, if you want a tablet which has an excellent battery life, well, a lot of users as well, including us here, who are users of the Tab S10 Lite, we know that the battery easily handles a full day or more of use with mixed activities without stressing too much. Did you know that, Mr. Shane, you follow me on Instagram, right? Usually I would use the Tab S10 Lite for editing reels. So I used the Tab S11 before because I was given a Tab S11 for me to try how powerful it is. And then I switched later on to the Tab S10 Lite. And from what I can say, because I have a laptop, I can have the Tab S10 Lite as a secondary tablet. The best. And I can edit videos while I'm still looking at photos with the multitasking capabilities of this device. So with that said, guys, this is definitely one of the most powerful options if you want another device which will aid your laptop for more multitasking use. And it has very good performance for daily tasks, especially for social media. Yes, especially for people who are chronically online. Not me though, not me though. So for us, people who are working online, that's why we're chronically online, this is one of the best tablets, best value that we can get. So we can browse, we can consume media, we can download a lot of stuff, we can edit, we can take photos, we can use Galaxy AI to make use or make maximum use for the tablet. Plus, it gives us a very, very smooth performance despite it being labeled as S10 Lite. And for the camera, of course, I think a lot of people, this is going to be one of their deciding factors. For the camera, you will be amazed that the cameras punch above class, especially the main camera. The main camera for this, this tablet has a 48 megapixel main shooter, getting praised by a lot of users, producing crisp and usable photos. And some users note that video up to 4K 60 works well as well. And the stabilization in full HD is very, very solid. Even ultra wide and macro lenses are very, very nice. Well, guys, with our AI powering our photos, of course, you get to have these kinds of results. Very, very clear and very, very sharp. By the way, guys, this doesn't have those, this may not have those extra cameras, but the main shooter is very, very good enough. So with that, guys, now you will see that it's very, very clear. So if you are taking photos during presentations, or if you are taking photos for note taking, like for example, you are in a classroom, or maybe you are in a meeting and you want to take snaps of what's happening in the meeting, just for minutes purposes, the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite is definitely enough. And as you can see here, guys, we have the Coral Red Edition over here. Can I just say that it's very, very easy to hold. I love its design so much. It feels premium despite it being a Tab S10 Lite. It's slim, it's very, very polished. And a lot of people also say it looks better than any tablet out there, especially for this Coral Red edition. my friend's favorite is this Coral Red. He really loves this one. And it has a very good display for its class. The screen is well liked for the clarity, brightness, and of course, general usability. This is not yet at its full, right? But you guys can still see it very clearly. Look at that. Almost just at 20, around 20%. Let me just quickly wipe that off for you guys to see it much, much better. All right. So as you can see here, guys, it's not yet at 50%, but it's able to show itself very, very clearly. But what if I turn up the brightness even further? See how bright it can get? Amazing performance for the tablet. And as you can see here, guys, the way I'm holding it, I can hold it with just one hand. So if I were in the train, or if I were riding a car, or if I were riding even a motorcycle, I can use this tab with just one hand. Look at this, right? And then I can use it as a notebook. I love how I can hold tablets like this with one hand because it's very, very convenient. And since it's very light, I can hold it for a very long time. And as an ebook reader, I believe this tab is going to be very helpful. You read books, right, Mr. Shane? Yeah. And as a person who reads books, the reason why I love the Tab S10 Lite is because as a person who needs to annotate, this is definitely enough for me. I only need a tablet for quick edits, for reading books, for annotating, for commenting on decks, for accessing Google Sheets, for having an extra laptop power. This is definitely enough. So for university students,
yeah, good thing about reading is when you move from actual books
to tablets, yeah.
reading at night is not convenient.
Yes, you don't have to use flashlight, right? I know. But guys, again, use your health, okay? Choose health. Don't use the tab in full brightness, okay? Don't use the tab in full brightness. Use the enough brightness. And just like what you've seen, guys, this is not yet the full brightness coming from the tablet. So even if it's at this level, you can still see what's on the screen. So guys, mind our eye health, all right? So we love you guys here from the home of Samsung. We are all about your health. That's why we have this kind of dial for you to be able to really, really adjust the brightest that you need when you are using the screen. All right. And of course, guys, for extras included in the box and value features, you can have useful extras like chargers, case, which add to its out-of-the-box value. And by the way, if you've seen, while we are checking out the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite, you get to have a free book cover keyboard slim automatically added when you add it to your cart. So on top of the 50 Singapore dollar discount that the LS-Save Big code is giving us, we get to have that freebie as well, worth, I believe, 118 Singapore dollars. So guys, stack those savings up, plus you get to have the registration, plus giving you an additional 30 Singapore dollars off for the Tab S10 Lite. So why should we choose this? I just told you all of the things that I am thinking of being able to use this with, but these are the top reasons why. First of all, you get to have the S Pen built in right out of the box. So yeah, so there you guys have it, right? So you get the S Pen right out of the box. Excellent for note taking, marking up documents. No need for you to buy it separately. You get to have a balanced performance with its specs. You get to have the Exynos 1380 chip under the hood, capable enough for multitasking and everyday apps. And it comes in different storage variants as well, and supports micro SD expansion of up to 2 terabytes. The screen is very good for display and for displays and viewing experience. Imagine doing your presentations, you need to have accurate colors for decks. The display is very, very accurate with its colors. And if you want to binge watch your series, this is going to give you a good viewing experience. 10.9-inch screen with up to 600 nits of brightness and vision booster to adapt to ambient light, and a 90 Hz refresh rate, which offers smoother scrolling and interaction than the standard 60 Hz. And of course, as for the battery, one of our markers, one of our decision factors when getting tablets, our Galaxy Tab S10 Lite boasts an 8,000 milliamp hours of battery that can deliver long usage for streaming, browsing, work, and multitasking. Plus, it supports super fast charging to get us back to usable levels faster. And of course, guys, we get to have the Android 15 with Samsung's One UI, giving us the latest software updates and features for this tablet. And of course, it includes intelligent tools such as handwriting assist, math solver to enhance our productivity. And with the Samsung Galaxy's ecosystem, you can use the book cover, keyboard, accessories, and tie this into smart things. And as for people who really value portability, this is very thin and light, about 6.6 millimeters thick with a weight of 524 grams. Very comfortable to carry. Bezels are clean, and of course, aesthetics are also very, very clean for modern looks. Love how this works, really, honestly. So for the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite, 128 gigabytes of storage from 588 Singapore dollars. It's down to 558 Singapore dollars with the code LS-Save Big. And don't forget, guys, to create your Samsung account if you are a first-time Shop app user. For you to have an additional 10% off for using the Samsung Shop app for the first time. And if you have your Samsung registration plus e-vouchers unused, use them right now and get an additional 30 Singapore dollars off for the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite. All right, and now we're moving on to one of my favorite buds here from the home of Samsung, giving us this Pro Buds experience at a much more affordable price. And this is the Galaxy Buds 3 FE. All right, so for the Galaxy Buds 3 FE, from 168 Singapore dollars, it's down to 138 Singapore dollars with the code LS-Save Big. Don't forget, guys, that the code is now working for our Galaxy Buds 3 FE. So you can get this discounted price right now. So if you missed it yesterday or from the past few days, check this out. All right, and with that, guys, we get to have very, very powerful and useful features for the Galaxy Buds 3 FE. Why am I saying that it's one of the best right now? First of all, for the performance of this buds, especially with the active noise cancellation, noise reduction, you get to have that powerful noise reduction from this FE buds. And when we say powerful, it's gonna give you your own world. For people who would love to have laser focus in their meetings, in their music, in their workouts, canceling everything out, well, these buds can do that for you. And on top of that, you'll get to have cleaner bass, cleaner treble with less active noise cancellation bleed. Because usually when, Mr. Shane, I don't know if you experienced that before, because I have a different buds before. For when you activate the noise cancellation, right? Usually it hurts your ear in the long run. For especially if you're using it for 2 hours, it feels like it's clogging everything in your ear, right? That's how it feels. But with the Galaxy Buds 3 FE, that doesn't happen because it has a better fit and a more sealed design working seamlessly with the active noise cancellation feature of these buds. A lot of users have complained about that, and I am one of those users as well. And I believe the Galaxy Buds 3 FE was able to give me that balanced performance, giving me that immersive experience without feeling like it's clogging everything inside. Because usually it feels like no air is passing. That's why it feels clogged. But if we want to hear our environment, the transparency mode in this is also very good. Especially if we are walking the street. I know we love to have our main character moments, but we need to be safe in the street. That's why we have transparency mode. With the transparency mode, you get to hear everything outside clearly, so you stay safe. And of course, just like we've been telling you guys, 2 hours of use, that's not the maximum hours of usage for this Buds 3 FE. We have 8.5 hours of playback with the active noise cancellation off and 6 hours with the active noise cancellation on, with a total runtime of 30 hours with the case if the active noise cancellation is off, and 24 hours if the active noise cancellation is on. So you get to have that kind of long playing time with this Buds. Plus, it supports auto switching from one Galaxy device to another without a problem. And of course, with features like 360 audio, spatial sound, and Dolby Atmos, being able to integrate itself with this device, open Dolby Atmos in your S25 phone, great experience. So with this, guys, a lot of people, especially us here from the home of Samsung, we would love to give this title for the Buds 3 FE. It is indeed a sweet spot. Believe, guys, sweet spot from the pros to the normal ones. The Buds 3 FE is gonna hit that perfect spot for music enthusiasts, for people who love to have meetings at outside of their home. You get to have a very solid deal for this Buds. It's lightweight and comfortable. It stays firmly in our ears. So for fitness enthusiasts out there, if you are jogging in the park or even on a treadmill, this will stick in your ears without a problem. So for the Galaxy Buds 3 FE from 168 Singapore dollars, it's down to 138 Singapore dollars. And by the way, can I just quickly highlight that since we are all about Galaxy integration over here, Buds 3 FE also allows you to have hands-free access to Gemini AI. Just say, "Hey Google," and then you are good to go. So guys, hands-free AI assistant on your ears. Imagine that power you will hold on your work or even at your studies. See guys, Gemini AI is now answering me, so yes, that's Gemini AI answering me. That's why we need the Galaxy Buds 3 FE. Imagine, Mr. Shane, I'm using Gemini AI daily with speakers on. With me having the Buds 3 FE, I can hear his answers in my ears. See, it's answering me right now. My phone is over there. See guys, real testament from real Samsung users. So with that said, our live benefits for tonight, we have the LS-Save Big code and get up to 50 Singapore dollars off on our highlighted products for tonight. The Galaxy Buds 3 FE, the Galaxy S25 FE, the Tab S11 Ultra, the Tab S11, and the Tab S10 Lite. Don't forget to use LS-Save Big for these products and for all of the other products inside our cart. And for the people who might be wanting to check out the Z Fold 7, we might not have them in the cart right now, so stay tuned within the week and then you will see that we are going to bring back the Z Fold 7. Alright, so for this guys, our Eco Bundle deals is available for these devices. So add in a Galaxy Watch 8 or a Tab S10 series and get 20 to 30% off on these add-ons. And some of these add-ons are stackable with our code LS-saving as well, giving you double the discount. And of course, for the people who have already checked our Samsung.com website and Samsung Shop app, of course, we can definitely trade in. So for the people who are now convinced to move to the Galaxy Life, well, this is your chance to make your devices useful for one last time. Get them up to 1,735 Singapore dollars of discount, depending on which product you are checking out, up to 1,230 for smartphones, 1,735 for tablets, and 430 for our watches. And don't forget, guys, with every checkout that you make, check out with a Samsung Care Plus plan, so you get to be insured if anything accidental thing happen with your device. And with that said, good night, Singapore. That's all of it from us here at the home of Samsung. We hope you enjoyed our live. Don't forget to follow us in our social media channels. And we wish you happy Deepavali. And of course, download the Samsung Shop app so when we go live, you get to be notified again. So good night and happy shopping.